Yeah, I mean, he has to, I would assume.
But that SVG, I cannot believe Formal, of all people, to ban the sniper rifle. That just doesn't make any sense to me. I think they're worried about what TSM has been doing in this past series with that gun. We see the concussion and the flashbangs being eradicated right away. Kinetic armor, which is big by Colchan, another ban from them, which you don't usually see that in S&D too often anyways. I'm just curious. I'm always wondering, there it goes. There's overkill. Boom. I want to see specialist draft because active camo, for me, it's like, what players are using that? I know Heatwave is really important, but for me, camo is most crucial because it's just a guaranteed kill every single round, and you need to have your decision maker using camo at all times.
Yeah, we've seen, 3 different players from Optic trying to use that camo. Krim, of course, the usual suspect for that one, but we'll see as it pans out, rather. Of course, the kinetic armor being banned out against Scub. I mean, he's so good with that specialist.
I'm also really curious to see what Optic does out of the gate. How are they going to be playing Search and Destroy? Because I remember when I was on the team, it was either, guys, we're going 0 to 100, we're rushing every single round, or we're just going to feel them out. Like, for me as a player, that's what worries me. I don't want Optic to be sitting up on stage thinking, let's just sit back and see how the game plays. Like, they need to have a strategy right now, because you would be surprised how many pro teams go into matches not really having a plan. Like, they have a general setup, a consensus of what they did in past matches in Season 1. But I'm telling you, if they don't have, like, this is what we are doing this round, next round, it's going to be dangerous for them.
Yeah, well, I would hope that both teams have that right now panning out in their heads as they're creating their classes, adjusting one last time to see who moves on into the semifinals. But while we wait for that, Search and Destroy and Stronghold, for time we're seeing it this weekend. Jack, what are your thoughts?
Coming into this one, I'm going to really just talk about the defensive side of things on this map. When you look at Stronghold, Mansion is such a key factor. I've also, in the red box, highlighted the bunker side. I'd put the 4 X's in as the defensive players. In a typical setup you'll see, typically you'll have a team who will really double stack in top control. You'll have one watching bedroom, one watching the mid-map cuts. He can try to spot if someone comes in. They trade the kill efficiently. That's how you play it there. Also, one player who's sitting in that top kitchen area, watching over the wall run, or if he gets a call out, he can drop down low into driveway underneath and watch that A-bomb site. The player in the back is the key one for me, though. He's not only going to be in charge of watching B, but he'll be in charge of making sure no bunker flank comes in, and will need to rotate accordingly if the call out comes to A. Now, that's one defensive setup where you get control of top lap. There's also a whole nother one where you have your team basically decide, you know what, we're going to give up top mansion control and put more of a focus towards that B-bomb site. Maybe you'll have a player at the fire pit side. You'll have someone watching over bunker. Then you'll have someone near, like, this kitchen area, who's just kind of watching the cross at the top mansion. And then finally a guy who's watching from the bottom stairs into couches near mansion. There's 2 ways to make it happen. The number one thing I'll be watching for the defensive teams is if they make the mistake of sending one player in by himself to the top control area, because if he does, that's where you can really bait yourself out and die and get first blooded.
All right, well, it's the last map. Nashar, what are you expecting? I mean, you said Optic needs to come in with the game plan, but TSM looks real good on the S&D so far.
I really just want to touch on that really quickly again, because I don't think people at home realize, like, how often pro players actually don't really have, like, a set strategy.
Right.
What I want to see is killer instinct out of Optic and all of these players, because trades are going to happen. First bloods are going to happen, and you need to make sure that you're rotating certain parts of the map. When your teammates go down, you need to know, you just need to have that sixth sense, like, I need to be here right then, and whoever makes those decisions, makes those plays, is going to come out on top and win the series.
Well, one map to say who's going to make it to the top 4 into the semifinals and continue on this weekend in the Call of Duty World League North American Stage 1 Finals presented by PlayStation 4. Who's it going to be, Maven and Mr. X?
Game 7 is upon us, and I've got no damn idea.
I am completely shocked that we're here. I mean, Optic Gaming, they need to win this, obviously, to move on in the tournament, but also to silence a lot of the critics, man. I mean, there are going to be a lot of people talking about what is wrong with this team if they lose this one. TSM won this game mode map combination twice during the season, once against Luminosity and once against Team Calver. And then I actually believe that this is Optic Gaming statistically worst S&D in Stage 1. They won it once and lost it twice.
Well, let's kick things off with TSM. Can they go big and take all the search and destroys? They've looked to be the superior team, and we're going to have an interesting hit here off the rip.
Very interesting. This would catch a lot of teams off guard. Nobody really kind of goes for this, but in an early round, it's great to throw something like this to catch another team off guard. Really kind of changes the way the rest of the rounds throughout this game will play out.
That's one. If Formal can stay alive, maybe get one or two. Can he get a second? He's able to snap, and that is a big opening there from Formal as he shuts it down. 2 kills there is huge. If he gets cleaned up and they can bully their way through a bunker, things fall apart, and look where the bomb is. Sorry, guys. Put your tail between your legs and retreat back home.
I do like the attempt, though, from TSM there. It's something a little bit different. Now it's going to force Optic Gaming, when they go on defense yet again, to put a lot of emphasis on watching that bunker side. They can't get lazy. It's going to force them to at least dedicate one player to it. So I like the call early there from TSM. And Optic actually lost this map to FaZe and Elevate during stage 1.
Well, Elevate, the number 1 team in S&D. Yep. I believe statistically they were number 1. Oh, but Scump's going to get gunned there. Colchan's Elcar just on fire right now. He's picked up so many kills throughout this, but he's going to be by himself. 1v2, 20 seconds left. He makes it a 1v1, but the trade is there for Karma, and that's what Nade was talking about. He wants to see the instincts, the trades coming in for their sides, and Optic Gaming gets it done early.
Well, what is Optic Gaming going to go to on offense? I believe TSM kind of used that round. I don't want to say it's a bit of a throwaway round, but they tried to get, no, I don't want to say a cheap round either, but they did. I mean, they tried to catch Optic Gaming, not watching bunker. They were going to hit that pretty fast, and they were going to take advantage of it. I think TSM probably has some better strategies attacking over towards Mansion or Fire Pit. Now, I'm interested to see what we see out of Optic Gaming on offense.
It may have worked. Unfortunately, you ran into maybe the best AR in the game. And that second kill was the tough one. That hip fire and able to pick it up. Huge stuff from him. Now, remember, the SVG is off the map, so that's going to switch things up a little bit. Karma tagging up one, but not able to get the kill. Your bomb carrier is going to be Scump. He's inching forward. Now, who is that in the back jumping over? That's Colchan's going to keep peeking basically over the top of this tree line, trying to check that B site. It is so tough to deal with.
Yeah, it's the same spot we see Nagafen use a lot for Elevate. Why Elevate's so successful on holding down that B side. He's able to get so much information, even look all the way over towards half wall to even see if they're set up for this mid push. Scump jumps in the top mansion, though. He's able to take out Pac-Man. Pac-Man getting a little bit too antsy up there. Going to tie the player count up at 3 apiece. Formal's going to be able to take out Wheat. So now it's going to be Optic with the man advantage. Where do they elect to go? Looks like this is going to be a push over towards the B side.
Yeah, I would plan for B because look where Formal's going to be set up. Hello, sir. Is there any chance he doesn't get a kill? If he has to make shots there on someone trying to defuse, they're taking their time right now, maybe looking to pick up 1 kill. Still going over the top is Colchan. He picks it up in the back. He's going to fly in, might be able to catch that bomb carrier. Tags him up, hasn't won it yet. He's going to get gunned, and now it's going to be Ivy left by himself. And Scump, you animal!
Colchan, if he picks up that second kill, that's a round win for TSM, I believe. I mean, he takes out Scump here on the bomb, but Scump just unbelievable movement, just has the instincts to know there's going to be another player challenging him to his left. And I like, actually, Colchan's original decision not to shoot the guy right off a bomb right away. He actually takes out Formal. Scump never gets up off of the bomb. He continues to plant. And now Colchan, if he finishes off that kill, that's one that would have been huge for TSM. And now Optic Gaming with some momentum in the search and destroys.
Scump saves that round, man. He has been going huge in these last 2 games. That's what you expect from the Stage 1 MVP. Can he keep it up throughout? You're going to see a much more staggered push. That clump from bunker not coming again.
Yeah, no, it's going to be TSM going a little bit slower this time, trying to figure out what they're going to elect to do on offense. And I'm actually going to cycle through some of the players on TSM in the meantime. So we got, looks like we're going to have 4 M8s out of TSM. So you can tell just by the weapons they have that this is not something where they're going to get aggressive into Mansion. This is something where they're going to try and play mid-map.
Yeah, it's going to be too tough to do that. And the only one, you don't really have anyone with vision over mid-map. They're playing safe. They're playing passively inside a Mansion. Formal's going to be watching any kind of rotation through a bunker, and now you'll see they're inching forward, trying to get a sight line, and now the game is up. They realize the pressure is going to be coming through middle here.
Yeah, with 30 seconds left, they have to make something happen. They can't get so passive. And why they were winning the S&Ds earlier is because they were doing a nice job of being aggressive, and they're going to let Formal take 1 player out right on top of the B site, and it's going to be very difficult for TSM to push in there, get this bomb down. They need to get a pick here in the next the next 5 seconds, maybe. I mean, only 20 seconds left on the clock. Still don't have any action on the bomb. You see Krim just jumps down onto the B site, challenges Wheats, and
Krim
is not a good situation for TSM.
And Formal shut it down. You get the bomb plant, but sorry, pals, the defuse will be coming in here shortly for Optic Gaming. That duo in the back, you saw Formal open things up over the tree line. Crim6 comes soaring in, then gets 2, and the last one dropping to Formal. This is not going anything like those first couple of maps, is it?
And you know, the other 2 S&Ds, TSM just did a great job getting aggressive, and now they're starting to go play a little bit passive. I'd love to have seen what would have happened if they would have challenged inside Mansion. Just take some SMGs. Colchan, he didn't have that great CTF. He bounced back with some pretty good games in the next two. You'd like to see them challenge up in Mansion with some SMGs. You want to see them be aggressive and take the fight to Optic Gaming and not let Optic play in their comfort zone and just pick them off from afar.
Nice shots there from Formal. Both of his kills kind of coming over that back tree line. You mentioned Nagafin earlier. He's the first guy I really saw take advantage of that angle. Formal doing an excellent job as well. 3-0 advantage here for Optic. If you're TSM, you're on defense.
It's a massive round for TSM.
What's going through your mind right now, man?
You need to win this round because obviously Optic goes up 4-0. Huge, in scope of an S&D, but especially if you can't hold serve on the defensive side of things, you go back on offense where you've not had success those first two rounds, and you figure Optic goes up 5-0.
Wheats was trying to peek half wall there, see if he could get eyes on a player. Now I'm going to watch Formal because remember last time, after some time went by, he was able to rotate around and pick up a kill through bunker. He's been shutting down that side of the map.
Look at this player all the way in the flank.
Who's in from behind? That's Pac-Man. He has the ability to certainly disrupt, get the round on the board. The question is, will it develop quickly enough? He's getting forward. Who will he be in behind? Kind of Scump and Karma he has a chance to do. But look at this. Formal might rotate back at the perfect time, so he's at least going to save the life of a couple of his team members. They're going to know something is afoot. How do you play this now? You're pinched if you're Optic. There's two players left.
It's so difficult for Optic Gaming. I mean, now you have to look behind you. You have to obviously know that the other defenders are directly in front of you. Fantastic play out of Pac-Man. Only going to pick up one, obviously. If he takes out Krim, it'd be two. But huge kills in this round. Huge play by Pac-Man. Now that's going to win TSM that defensive round.
That's what you needed, baby. TSM.
Smart play out of Pac-Man.
They needed that one in a bad way, Matt. But like you said, that was all Pac-Man. Yes, he only got one kill, but just knowing he's behind you makes you panic. It almost didn't work out because Formal rotated back right as he was hitting that
I thought he
spot.
wasn't going to actually get that proper timing. I thought Formal was going to actually see him. That Pac-Man was going to look towards the middle of the map over half wall, but Pac-Man picks up that kill on Formal. Huge, the scope of that round in Search and Destroy. And let's see what TSM goes with on the offensive side of things. And you have Colchan with an SMG, Ivy with an SMG. You're going to have 2 M8s. So you figure this is a little bit more balanced setup. You're going to have the ability to push Mansion.
Yep, and you've got Camo here for Colchan. How do they decide to operate on the offensive side? They've got 2 players in the bedroom. Now they're going to fly. Camo in. He's able to win 1 on Karma, but will be traded out very quickly. They get a lot of information, but the kills going back and forth. 2 versus 2. Pac-Man and Wheats, the legendary duo going up against Krim and Formal. Krim, he's Mr. Game 5, Mr. Game 7. When the clutch moments matter, he is always going huge.
This is how Pac and Wheats elect to play this. The guys on Optic Gaming playing pretty far apart. Then not how you want to play these 2-on-2 situations. You want to be able in a position to be able to trade these kills out with your teammates. And
well, you know why Formal's back there. He's so worried about a flank again. And now Krim's got 2 players challenging. Can he win 1? He's not able to do it. Formal now going to be into a 1 versus 2. He's got 30 seconds to work with, but look, he does have Camo. Can he make a brilliant play? He's got to win 1 tough gunfight there. There it is. 25 seconds left. 1 versus 1. He's got Camo. Doesn't even need to use it. Formal, Matthew Piper going big.
You can't let that happen. I mean, if you are TSM, you can't make mistakes in this Game 7, and that is a huge one right there.
And the fact he saves his Camo, too?
He doesn't even burn the Camo. Just a huge play by Formal. Arguably their best S&D player really showing up here in Game 7.
You were worried about how far back he was. I think he was worried about Pac-Man or one of those players sneaking through again. Thankfully, he had 30 seconds left to work with, and it was just enough time. 4-1 advantage for Optic. They're back to offense. What are you seeing here, Matt?
Well, sign of Optic Gaming. It looks like they're going to play this one a little bit slower. You have Formal with an AR, Karma an AR, and you got Krim and Scump with 2 SMGs, VMPs. So you have the opportunity to go towards B or A. Obviously, when you're running that 4 M8 setup, you're not really going to be able to push into Mansion effectively.
And he's got one in this corner. You got to have confidence in Formal to take this gunfight. This is going to be a game of cat and mouse. I think he backs up. Look, there's a second player in X-Ray that's rotated over. They're so worried about this push. He gets just a tag on the head but can't clean it up. Formal's provided such a distraction here that they've had to send another player over. This might open things up for Krem, but who is it? Yet again, Pac-Man coming in on the flank. He may be able to pick one up. He did see that player back rock, and Pac-Man has been such a thorn in the side of Optic Gaming.
Yeah, and it's Ivy getting that first blood on Scump in
Hello,
this
sir.
one, and it's going to be Pac-Man getting the second kill as Ivy picks up another. It's going to be Karma, the last one alive, and Optic Gaming's offensive side of things has not been good, Maven. I mean, just look at these rounds. They've let Pac-Man has figured out a hole in Optic Gaming's game. I mean, if this TSM team can win this offensive round, be down 1 going into another defensive side. You look, they have the opportunity to tie this up at 4-4.
Well, what's happening there? How is Pac-Man getting in such a good flank position round after round?
There's nobody in position to watch him come out of mansion and go all the way to that right side of snow, and he takes the long route all the way to that back satellite. And there's nobody there. I mean, Optic Gaming, they're playing one player over by that snow cuts. You're not able to see that player go all the way on the flank. They play another player over at half wall, another player mid-map, and then they have Formal watching that bunker. There's nobody with eyes on that position.
Well, we got a big round here. Can they get a 5th on the board, or can TSM bring this just a little bit closer? Things developing slowly here just outside of front mansion. What kind of break do you think we're going to see here, Matt?
If you're TSM, you think about using your abilities in this one. You got the glitch at your disposal, Psychosis, and Heat Wave as well. You'd love to see if you can get Wheats over near that A bomb site or push up all the way through that fire pit and potentially Heat Wave those players in the back on the defensive side of things. Pac-Man's going to get shots on this player on the bomb. There's no reason to challenge that right away. You're already tagged up. Knew you probably weren't going to win.
They're dropping like flies.
At the B bomb site. It's going to be Ivy and Wheats. As Ivy wins 1, he's going to earn the HC in the process as well. And they still have time, even 35 seconds left. They can try and bait one of these other players out.
And that is exactly what happens. Ivy picks up another. The 2v4 quickly becomes a 2v2. And now it's going to be on Scump and crew to try and get a recap here. Retake. The bomb going down. Let's check Karma's POV. He has the Heat Wave. He's thrown off a bit by the Psychosis. But we've seen him time and time again go huge with this Heat Wave. And that's the plan. He pops it in. The counter comes in as well. Scump. Ivy now 1v1. He sees him in the back. Can he win the gunfight? He's going to have to push. He's got 30 seconds to go. Does he realize where he is? The car comes in. Ivy, HC to the noggin. See you later, Scump.
A huge round, Maven. Absolutely
Did Ivy
massive.
get the ace there?
From TSM, Optic with a 4-2 man advantage, and they blow it. And now, Optic struggling on the offensive side of things. TSM with Pac-Man doing a great job on the flanks with a chance to tie this up at 4 rounds apiece. You would have thought the momentum going all the way in Optic Gaming's favor. Ivy started out slow, going huge now. And he is so close to that lightning strike. A lightning hellstorm would be huge for TSM.
Yeah, he picked up 3 or 4 in that round at least. I just want to watch him here on the defensive things. I'll keep Pac-Man highlighted almost this entire time because he's obviously been the one being that thorn, getting in the backside of Optic Gaming. But Scump going to open things up. Ivy just looking for those 50 points. A lightning could be huge just for the ping each round. We've got some action, maybe going down on the B side. Ivy answers back, of course, the second I go off.
And he's going to get his hellstorm as well. So lightning hellstorm combination for Ivy. TSM wins this. They are in a really good position to take this search and destroy on the back of the new man Ivy. You see it's going to be tied up at the 3-on-3 here. Optic Gaming trying to figure out where to go.
Take a look at the streak from Ivy.
Yep, it's on an 8 streak. He was not playing very well. I talked about that a little bit earlier, but really started to heat up here towards the latter moments. And you see the bomb going to go down on the B site. They have Karma playing all the way in this back position, but I don't think they have any idea the Hellstorm's coming in, and Ivy's able to take Karma out, and that's huge because the player on half wall is the one you have the hardest problem with, getting off that position when you try and retake that B bomb site.
Well, Krim wins one. It's going to be a 2v2. He's getting pushed here in the corner. Tries to challenge, not able to win it. The player's getting shut down. Optic gets it. Scump with the 2-piece. Ivy's Hellstorm gets used. He gets his streaks. Now he just has the Lightning King Scump. How big did he just go, baby?
Massive. I mean, that is huge, especially when they take Karma out on half wall. Both those players left for Optic have SMGs. They can't rotate all the way back to half wall and watch that bomb effectively, so they got to challenge that.
Well, that was really all Krim, too, because he got that first kill. Him staying alive and kind of shoulder peeking in that corner, there was so much focus on him. It opened things up for Scump, and Scump
I wonder,
does
too,
what
we
Scump...
don't catch it. I wonder if... the guys on TSM ping that lightning to find out where they were.
You want me to check Ivy here?
Yeah, well, obviously we can't see if they pinged it, but
yeah.
It could have happened where because they figured out where Krim and Scump were pretty fast. I imagine.
Oh, you mean last round?
Yeah, the last round. I imagine that could have been a ping from that lightning strike that could have given their position away.
5-3, Optic Gaming. This is just a quarterfinal match, but we are in Game 7. If you guys are just tuning in, it has been one insane matchup between these two teams. TSM proving to be a force to be reckoned with. Can they push this the distance? They're going to have to win every single round here, and I just don't know if that's too tall of an order here for TSM.
Yeah, and Scump with that HC, he actually gets some vision on 2 players on the side of TSM, and TSM playing this one rather slowly, and I actually think they have a good chance here, Maven. If they push up to that B bomb site and then call in the lightning to kind of guard that player, I think that would be a huge play.
It certainly would, but look at the time. We're under 30 seconds already, and things developing so slowly here. They're not going to have a lot of time to work with, and you're going to have to pick up some kills here mid-map, but look who's coming from behind. It's going to be Formal now with the flank. He picks up one. 2 players left. Cole Chan and Ivy, they've got the world against them. They've got to go nuts here. They win a couple, but that's it. Crypt6 is on the bomb, and Optic Gaming has taken the game 7.
And Ivy actually had his lightning strike out. He was about to call it in. Crim killed him within split seconds of him calling down that lightning strike. Optic Gaming wins, but not a strong performance by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, you leave. There's definitely some question marks for Optic Gaming, but how much credit can you give to TSM? Amazing stuff. They come in the 8th seed. They barely make it into the Stage 1 finals, and they show they can compete on the main stage. Incredible stuff from those guys.
TSM played their hearts out there, maybe. Such great, strong performances in the S&D. They win the uplink. Just craziness out of the TSM squad to make this a series, taking it all the way to 7. But Optic Gaming, if they are going to make it to the grand finals, they need to play much better than that.
Just unbelievable stuff. We've got Ashley on the floor. Take it away.
All right, yeah, we got Formal here, and I got to say, wow, what a match. I mean, we really kind of expected it to be a blowout. How do you feel about how you guys played today?
I'm pretty upset currently. I think we're going to go back to the hotel and we're going to practice literally all day. We came out very sloppy, and we're just going to hope to work on things.
Why do you think TSM was able to give you such a run for your money?
They won the uplink, which is really unexpected. We didn't expect that, and then they won both S&Ds to start. So we kind of knew we had to win every respawn and then clutch the S&D. Luckily, we did that, but like I said, we're going to go back and practice right now.
Right. When you go back tonight, what are you guys going to talk to each other about? What kind of strategy are you going to have going into tomorrow?
Just playing a little more relaxed. We were pretty hectic. It was our first match, so I can understand that, but we just got to play more like we're at home.
Well, congrats. The fans are behind you, so we'll see you tomorrow. All right, Will, we're going back to you on the couch.
Thank you very much, Ashley. And yeah, a bit of a bittersweet moment. You can tell right away. I mean, the congratulations go out to Optic. You're going to the semifinals, but he said off the bat, pretty upset with how that match turned out, and how could you not be?
Yeah, it was a little sloppy. And what you guys said at first was that Optic always tends to come out slow on the first day, and it just so happened to happen again. Yeah. The thing that I want to say is I just feel so bad for TSM because they played so well throughout that entire series. Yeah. And I know they're going to go back and watch that last S&D and be able to see where all the Optic players are and just the small mistakes they made that costed them that map. It's really going to burn. It's the worst feeling, too, when it goes Game 7. There's just so many small things that didn't go their way and just so many small mistakes. Like, don't go home and watch TSM because it's going to sting.
Yeah, you're right. We were talking about it. I was listening to you guys discuss the match as it plays out, and it's just the small things, right? Like a challenge here, a challenge there that, you could have just waited like maybe 2-3 more seconds, maybe even 5.
Matt was really pointed out during the whole time we were watching was TSM really at one point, if they played it correctly in some of the rounds like they were doing in the rest of the series, they would have been up like 4-3, even 5-4. Instead, the big clutch by Scump. Then you have like the 2v4 clutch by Scump, and I believe it was Crypt6. Ridiculous stuff that Optic were even able to win that game.
It's almost like Optic had this crazy effect where it wasn't possible for them to lose. And everything that should have went right for them. And everything that could have went wrong, Murphy's Law. TSM, everything that can go wrong, everything that will, Jesus.
You're right over there.
Everything that can go wrong will go wrong.
There you
Good
go.
job.
You got
Words are hard.
Now I'm dropping the mic.
Third time's the charm.
Jesus.
Yeah, but I think you're right. Like,